drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
大家好 Welcome back to Edupedia World Videos. Thanks for joining me in my Mandarin lesson series. We are now at lesson 9.1, Occupations. So in this lessons, I will introduce you a number of common occupations which you will encounter in your daily life. And also, accompanying it, you'll learn a number of quantifiers for these occupations. Let's get started. So the first one is, she is a teacher. 她是一位老师. And again, in Chinese culture, a teacher is a very respected profession. So for that, you'll have to use 位 to address a teacher. Okay? So the two new words denotes teacher, 老师. So 老, it means old. You'll learn more about this in the future lessons. And this is the pinyin, and the radical is itself, so the arrangement is simple. Okay, so here's how to write 老. 1 2 3 4 5 6 Okay, 老. The next one is 师. 师 in general means master, but it has to be combined with other words to have a meaning. So this is the pinyin, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is horizontal. So here's how to write 师. 1 2 3 4 5 6 Okay, 师. The next one, I'm just gonna introduce you a few new words that's happening in the classroom. So my sample sentence here is, he is my student. 他是我的学生. And student is 学生 in Mandarin. And if you can remember, you have already learned these two words before. So 学 means learn, and 生 is the same as the one in the previous lesson, which is used in husband, 先生. Okay, so there's no new words in this sentence, so I'm just giving you another sample sentence here. We are classmates. 我们是同学. Okay, so 同 is finally the new word, and it means same. And of course, to say same, you have to combine it with other words. For now, you know that classmates is 同学 in Mandarin, which is like we are learning in the same classroom or from the same teacher. So that's how classmate is from. Okay, so this is the pinyin, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is simple. Okay, so here's how to write 同. 1 2 3 4 5 6 同. Next one, she is a doctor. Now, if just in case you ended up in a Chinese hospital, so you know how to ask for a doctor. She is a doctor. In Mandarin, it is 她是一名医生. Okay, so here there's a new quantifier. So this quantifier is generally used for occupation. In the coming slides, you will see more of this being used. Okay, so this is the pinyin, and the radical is what's on the bottom there. The arrangement is simple. So here's how to write Ming. 1、2、3、4、5、6。Okay, Ming. And doctor in Mandarin is 医生. Okay, and again you have learned how to write sheng, so the only word that you don't know is yi. Okay, yi means cure or heal in general, and the radical is this one. The arrangement is enclosure. So here's how to write yi. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、1. Okay. Next one is he is a nurse. So in Mandarin it is 他是一名护士. Okay. And if you can remember, you have learned this word before actually. It was used in passport, 护照. But I'm just putting it here to say that this has another meaning, which is protect. Okay, so you should already know what the radical and arrangement here. Okay, and 是 is a new word to you. It has a lot of meaning, but I'm not going to write anything here for now. And this is a pinyin. The radical is itself, so the arrangement is simple. So this is how to write 是. 1、2、3. Okay, if you notice, the first stroke is longer than the second horizontal stroke. So again, keep this in mind as you're writing this word. Okay? Okay, next one is I want to hire a driver. 我要请一名司机. There are only two new words here, which is driver. So in Mandarin, it is 司机. Okay, and hire is 请. Okay, you have learned this word before, which is used as please. Okay, but in this context, it means hire. Okay, so 司, this is the pinyin, and it doesn't really have its own meaning, so I'm not putting anything here. The radical is this one. The arrangement is simple. So here's how to write 司. 1、2、3、4、5、司. The next one is 机. So 机 here actually means machine, but I know it is quite awkward here, so I'm not putting anything here. The radical is this one. The arrangement is horizontal. So here's how to write 机. 1、2、3、4、5、6、机. Okay, so driver in Mandarin, it is 司机. Next one, when we are traveling, we'll often encounter a ticket seller. So I'll introduce you these words. with a sample sentence. It is, Are you a ticket seller? 你是售票员吗? And if you still remember, I'm just doing a refresher here. You can also ask, 你是不是售票员? As another way of asking yes and no question. Okay, so there are 3 new words here. The first one is 售, which means sell. Okay, this is the pinyin, and the radical is what's at the bottom here. So the arrangement is vertical. So here's how to write 售. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11. Okay, 11 strokes for this one. 票 is ticket. So this is the pinyin, and the radical is what's on the bottom there. The arrangement is vertical with the top and bottom component. Okay, so here's how to write 票. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11. Okay, again, the first horizontal stroke is shorter than the second horizontal stroke. Okay? Okay, the last of the new words here is 元. 元 is generally used to say personnel, and it has to be combined with other words to have meaning. So this is the pinyin, and the radical is this one, what's on top. So the arrangement is vertical. Okay, so here's how to write 元. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、元. Okay, so this will be the last slide of today's lesson. The sample sentence is, where is the salesperson? 销售员呢? Okay, so there are 2 new words, as the other 2 words you have already learned in the last slide. So the first one is this one, 销. This has different meaning when it's combined with other words. So for now, I'm not putting any meaning here. This is a pinyin, and the radical is this one. So the arrangement is horizontal with left and right component, and with the radical as the left component. Okay, so here's how to write 销. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12. 销. Okay, the last word here is 呢. So this one, it is quite commonly used to ask questions. And in short, if you are asking something and it ends with 呢, you usually ask about, what about this thing? Or where is this thing? Okay, so if you are saying a noun and then follow with 呢, it usually means what happened to the object, or where is this object. Okay, So this is the pinyin and the radical is what's on the left there. So the arrangement is horizontal. Okay, so here's how to write no, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, by now you should be very familiar with writings of Chinese. So we have quite a generalized way to write our characters. And if you can remember, we always repeat this radical in the same strokes. Okay? And same to the word that you have learned in the last lesson, which is nu. Okay, we always write the radical in the same sequence of strokes. Okay? Now you have learned a number of quantifiers, and so it's now time for me to tell you that number 1, E, the tone changes as it is combined with quantifiers of different tones. Okay, so it's very much like 不. E has different tones when it's combined with different tones. So, the first rule is when it encounters first, second, and third tone, E becomes fourth tone, which is E. So the first tone there, as you can see with the quantifier you have learned before, 知 and 科, E becomes E. For example, 一支笔, 一颗橙. Okay? And when it comes to second tone, 名, it becomes fourth tone. 一名. Okay, for example, 一名护士. Okay, third tone again the same. For example, 本 is third tone. When you want to add number 1 before that, E becomes E. So in the end, it is 一本书. Okay? The next rule is when it encounters quantifiers with fourth tone, E becomes second tone, which is 乙. Okay? For example, as you have learned in the previous lesson, 个 is fourth tone, so when you add number 1 before that, it becomes 一个. For example, 一个女儿. Okay, and the next example is the same, 一位老师. Okay, so that 位 is the fourth tone, so E becomes 乙, the second tone. So in the future, when I use number 1 with the quantifiers, I will change the tones according to the tones of the quantifier. Okay, so take note of that as we go into the next lesson, which is the exercise. Here's the end of the lesson. You have learned all the Chinese characters on top and also the occupations that you will encounter in your daily life. Okay, and of course at the same time you have learned a quantifier, the quantifier for occupations. Okay, so hope you enjoy this lesson. Thanks for watching, and next up, as usual, we will look at some exercise, so you will learn more about how to build a sentence and also practice your listening, speaking, reading, and writing skill. Okay? I'll see you in the next lesson. 谢谢，再见。